Hello boys and girls, welcome to this presentation. In this presentation we're going to talk about Unit 6, Lesson 6. What are they going to be? Question A. Read about Firas and Muna and answer these questions. Before you read, you have to know the reading tip. The reading tip, predicting information. Before reading a text, try to look at the pictures or headings to guess what the text is about. Now, as we can see, we can look at the pictures. We can see a picture of a peacock, and someone is taking pictures of animals here. So we can predict what's happening here. Maybe that's her hobby, or that's his hobby. I didn't focus on the name. The name here is Firas, yes. And here, as you can see, this is a hospital. Maybe she's a doctor. Maybe she's a nurse. Maybe she likes visiting people in the hospital and giving some help, volunteering maybe. So after that, we have to go back to the questions and read them. Number 1, what do they do in their spare time? Spare time means free time, the time that you have free. What do you do in it? Some people play PlayStation, some people have fun. So this is the question, what do you do in your spare time? Or their spare time. And question 2, what are they going to be when they finish school? So from this question, we understand that they're still studying. And the question asks about what are they going to be in the future? What is the future job? Now, let's start with the text and answer these questions. Firas is 17. His favorite school subjects are history, geography, and art. He loves animals. Every Friday he goes to the zoo. He takes photographs of birds and animals. Sometimes he has to wait for a long time to take a good photograph. But he is very patient. His favorite animal is the peacock. Next year he is going to take his last school exam. If he passes, he is going to go to university to study animals. He wants to be a zoologist. This is Firas. Now, what do you think he does in his spare time? Very good. He takes photographs of animals, birds and animals. So this is number 1. Now, what do you think he wants to be in the future? Very good. He wants to be a zoologist. So we answered the 2 questions about Firas. Now let's move on and check Muna. Muna is 18. Her favorite school subjects are biology and chemistry. She is also very good at English and physics. She is interested in helping people. She is very kind and friendly. Sometimes she visits a hospital. Some patients have no visitors. Muna takes flowers to these patients and sits and talks with them. At school, she works hard because she does not want to fail her final school exam. When she finishes school, she is going to be a doctor. So what do you think Muna does in her free time? Very good. She visits hospitals. Why? Because some patients have no visitors and she takes flowers to them. So she visits hospitals and visits the people who doesn't have patients. And what do you think she wants to be in the future when she grows up or finishes school? She wants to be a doctor. Very good. And like this, we answered the 2 questions about Firas and Muna. Now let's move on to question B. Question B. Now do exercises A and B on page 70 of the workbook. Let's go check question A and B on the workbook. The workbook, Unit 6, Lesson 6. What are they going to be? Question A. Write short answers to these questions about the first text on page 75 of your course book. For question A, the questions are about Firas. And question B, the questions are about Muna. So you have to read the text, answer these questions. You can stop the video, come back and check again. Now, let's check. question number 1. Question number 1. What are Firas's favorite school subjects? Very good. History, geography, and art. Very good. So geography, history, and art. Good. Now let's move on to the next question. What is his hobby? So we said, what's Firas's hobby? Very good. Taking photographs taking photographs of birds and animals. Of birds and animals. Good job. Number 2 is done. Number 3, what do you know about his personality? Yes, he is very patient. Very good, patient. Why he's very patient? Because he takes long time to take a good photograph. So he's patient about it. He waits. He has no problem with waiting for a good photograph. And the last question, what is he going to be? Yes, he wants to be a zoologist. Very good. Now let's move on and check question B about Muna. Short answers to these questions about the second text. What is Muna good at? Very good. She's good at biology, chemistry, English, and physics. Very good. Now, what is she interested in? Yes, helping people. Very good. Number 3, what do you know about Muna's personality? Muna, she is very kind and friendly. Yes, very good. She's very kind and friendly. Very good. She's very kind and friendly. Which patients does she take flowers to? Which patients does she take flowers to? Yes, she takes flowers to the patients. The patients who have no visitors. Who have no visitors. Very good. And number 5, what is she going to be in the future? She's going to be a doctor. Very good. Good job. Now let's go back to the course book and work on question C. Question C, work with words. Look at this dictionary entry. Which meanings of patient can you find in this text or in the texts? Now, as you can see here, this is a dictionary entry. This dictionary entry talks about the word patient. The word patient here might be a noun and might be an adjective. If it's a noun, it means somebody who is taken care of by a doctor. For example, a sick person or someone who is ill means a patient. And the other meaning, patient adjective, means what? Means able to wait for a long time and stay calm without getting angry. She is very patient with young children. Patiently. So she's very patient with young children. This is the meaning of patient as an adjective. And it can be an adverb, patiently. Adverb, he waited patiently for the bus. It's the same meaning, but it's an adverb. As you can see, some words can mean many different meanings, can have many different meanings. So we have to focus on this. Now let's look at question 2. What do you think to take, pass, and fail an examination mean? What does it mean? So the meaning of these words are very important too. For example, is the first meaning of the second text. The second meaning. Now, if we talked about the word patient here in the text. Now, in the text, what did they mean? Yes. Now, in the first text, he's very patient here. This guy is very patient about taking photographs. Yes, he's very patient here. Means what? Means he waits a long time for taking the photographs. But in the second text, the word patient, some patients here, means sick or ill people or people who are not feeling well. So as you can see, more than one difference. Now when we talk about number 2, what do you think to take, pass, and fail an examination mean? To take an examination is to do it. Taking an examination means doing it. So we can say that taking an examination, or to take an examination, means doing it. To attend it and answer the questions. To pass it is to do well and get good marks, or get the marks that you need to pass. But to fail a test is to do badly or not get the results you need. So taking a test means doing it, means attending and answering the questions. Passing means getting the marks needed to pass or needed to do well in the test. Failing means getting bad marks. This is the difference between them. Now let's look at question D. Study the functional grammar box, then do exercises C to E on page 71 of the workbook. Describing action in the future. This box is talking about describing action in the future. Now, using verb to be, going to, plus infinitive. We use be, going to, and infinitive to talk about the future when we know for certain what is going to happen. For example, Muna is going to work in a hospital. This box is talking about the future. When we talk about the future and we are certain about what's happening or what's going to happen, we use this sentence. We use verb to be, which is here, and we know that verb to be is am, are. Yes, verb to be, we have to know this. What are they? They are is, am, are. So we have to know this. Now verb to be is, am, and are. We use verb to be is, am, and are plus going to. We say is going to, am going to, are going to, like this. Depending on the pronoun or the subject. For example, if we're saying Muna here, Muna is she, so we use is with it. If it's an I use am, so I say I am going to, she is going to, we are going to. So we have to focus on which verb to be we use. And then we use the infinitive form of the verb. Infinitive means base form, which is without adding ed or ing. For example, the word play, work, infinitive form. So we use the infinitive form with going to talk about the future. For example, I am going to play football. She is going to study at home. These are the examples. Now let's look at the workbook and check the questions and find some more examples about this. Question C. Complete the sentences with the correct word or phrase from the box. As you can see here, we have 8 words and 8 gaps. We have to fill the gaps. You can stop the video, do this, and then come back and check. Now, let's check. My car is not working, so I will ask the mechanic to, very good, repair it. Very good. So number 1, repair. Number 2, when I finish school, I'm going to, very good, study. Study English at university. Number 3, in my last year at school, I have to an important exam. Very good. Take an important exam. Number 4, if I do not work hard, I will. If you don't work hard studying, what happens to you? Very good, you will fail the exam. Our teacher never gets angry with us. She is very, as I told you before, when someone doesn't get angry, he's very, very good, patient. Patient. Good job. Number 6, use going to when you know, very good, for certain. When we are certain about this or it's going to happen. Very good. Number 7, before I finish school, I will make a plan for my future. Very good. Future career. Good job. Number 8, I don't want to be a policeman because I don't want to wear a, very good, uniform. Good job. Now these are the answers for the question. Now let's move on to the next question. Question D. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. You can stop the video, fill the gaps, and then come back and check. Now let's check. Number 1, from now on, I work hard because I want to pass the exam. What do we put here? Very good. I'm going to work. Going to work hard because I want to pass. Very good. Now number 2, when Munir school, he a job in a restaurant. Now I want to tell you that the word when it comes in a sentence, the sentence with when must be present simple. So it's going to be in the present simple form. Present simple form has 2 forms. The I, we, they, you, they form, and the he, she, it form. You have to focus on this. Munir is a person and he's single, so Munir is he. So he, we use what with he? We use, very good, finishes. Very good. And then school, he, this is talking about the future, and we know for certain that's going to happen, so we say is going to get. Very good. He's going to get a job in a restaurant. Very good. Number 3, when I, same thing, we have when, so it has to be present simple, and this is I, so it's going to be the same. Very good. When I get home tonight, I phone my friends. This one is talking about the future, and we know for certain it's going to happen, so we say am going to phone. So I'm going to phone my friends. Very good. Same thing here. When the children, when here needs a present simple form of a verb. Children is plural, so we use, very good, see with it. So when the children see their father tonight, he happy because they passed the exam. So it's going to be a certain thing about the future. So we say he is going to, and we use the infinitive form of the verb be. So he's going to be happy. He's going to be happy about it. Very good. Happy because they passed the exam. This is how we answer this question. You have to focus on this question. It's very important. Now let's move on to the last question, question E. In question E, we have 3 words and three brackets or three gaps. You have to fill the gaps using these words. We have fail, take, pass. You can stop the video, answer the questions, and then come back again and check. Now let's check. Number one, at the end of each semester, I have to, very good, take. Number two, if I get bad marks, I will, very good. Bad marks means fail the exam. And number three, the last one, if I get good marks, I will, very good, pass the exam. And this is how we put the three words here. You have to understand their meanings and focus on the difference between them. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.